What's up, everybody? It's Dr. G. I hope you guys are doing great. So guys, I know it has been a while since I posted a video. I've been so crazy busy, and if you guys have noticed, even on social media, I had to take a little break from that just because things kind of got pretty busy towards the end of first year of residency. But we're done with first year of residency. It was a success story. I was also fortunate to also be elected as the best, resident of the first year, and won that award that I also posted in Facebook as well. And here's that right here. Yay, to the end of first year. But now we are moving on to second year. So in July, I started my second year of residency. It's been great so far. I will tell you, one of the reasons I haven't actually made like recent videos or anything was because I started my second year of residency. So I was one of the first folks that I started inpatient. So it's usually hectic just because you're like newly minted second year in residency, you're in inpatient rotation. So the ICUs and all that, like the crazy schedule. But then on top of that, you're also responsible for teaching like the new residents. So, new residents usually start in July. So we were the first ones to be on inpatient rotation. So that got pretty busy because you have these, the interns, like the first year residents that basically just got here and didn't really know like how things operated in residency, basically from the schedule to the works, presentations and those kind of things. So we were basically like there to kind of coach them, mentor them through, especially that first year. So the other thing about second year residency was we started taking on more responsibilities now. In our first year, we never used to do like 24 hours, like overnight calls and things like that, like just by yourself. But in second year, you start taking on that more responsibility and also being able to teach like the first year residents as well. So things kind of got sort of busy, and then after that rotation, I think I got into another one that was kind of busy. So right now we're like 4 months into second year and stuff like that. But all of that is kind of over right now. So I'm kind of taking a little bit of a break just because I'm doing an elective rotation. So now that I'm doing elective rotation, I do have, sort of a better schedule because I'm not required to work like the weekends. Like when we were in first year, we did a lot of weekends. We also did what we call short calls, where you be scheduled like for short calls like within the week, say like 5 to 9 throughout the week. And it was kind of crazy just because it made it sort of hard to plan anything or to kind of get a break because every week at some point like you will be on call doing something or whatnot. So but thankfully intern year is over. We don't have to worry about that. But does it mean the job gets easier? Not exactly. You know what they say, with greater power comes greater responsibility. So we're in second year now, we have more responsibility, but there are a few pros and cons, when it comes to second year stuff. But I'll definitely keep you guys posted on that just because, like I said, we're sort of 4 months into it. But so far, so good. Things have been going pretty good. So where are we now with everything as far as second year? And like I was saying, it's going well so far. But now we're starting to think of other things that we weren't thinking of in first year. Like, working on research projects, those kind of things, because there are certain expectation that the ACGME requires of every resident in the program stuff. So in first year, kind of think of it as, oh, well, you just got here. So it's sort of orientation to what goes on in residency, a lot of inpatient rotations, a lot of inpatient rotations for adults, for pediatrics, for pregnant women. And then when we get to second year now, we start doing more of elective rotations. It actually changed with ACGME requirements. So this year in second year, we get to have 2 electives. So you can pick 2 elective rotations, and the elective rotation, you basically can do it in whatever you like, as long as it's available in your residency program. So for me, I wanted more experience with psych just because I feel like as a family medicine doc, it's like you see a lot of psychiatric patients. And also for me, interest in family medicine, emergency medicine, even in the ER, you do see a whole lot of psych patients. So I had requested to do one of my elective rotation in psych. And then my second elective, I'm going to do that in anesthesiology, just because anesthesia tends to be like procedures heavy, and that tends to be beneficial, like say when you get out of residency, or even like while you're still in residency, they do a lot of like lines So placing central lines, art lines, like intubations, stuff like that. Things that will definitely be beneficial like to a resident when we're working inpatient, seeing the ICU patients, or when you do get out of here, you go into hospitalist service, or you work in the ED or whatnot. So that's kind of where we're at with things so far. So you get to have more elective in second year. And then when you get to third year, actually, we do actually have the opportunity to do more electives. I think we have you can pick. So in third year, we have about 4 elective rotations to do this. So I'm kind of leaning towards emergency medicine still. So I'm probably still going to do most of my electives in the ED as well. So, and that's kind of where we at with things right now. And then right now, so for my program, most programs out there, a lot of them will start like moonlighting from second year. But in my program, IMGs can only start moonlighting at the end of like second year. So once you finish second year, you've passed step 3, and then you get into third year, and then you can start moonlighting. So I'm already in the process of that. I've actually been offered a job already for like where I can moonlight one of the emergency rooms here in Louisiana. So that's where I'm going to be moonlighting, just because, like I said, we're starting to have a little more free time, especially our weekends and stuff. So it's not every weekend that we spent like going on vacations or going home or whatnot. So there'll also be weekends where you're like, okay, I feel like I can actually use this weekend to make some money or something. So that's actually what I'm planning to do, to moonlight in the emergency rooms in third year with my weekends and stuff. But unless I have vacation scheduled, then of course I would moonlight for that weekend. And then the other thing I'm also exploring too is, I've been honestly like indecisive about this whole decision about fellowship. So the question is, to fellowship or not to fellowship. So the idea of emergency medicine fellowship is one that I find extremely exciting. Like I mentioned earlier, I am going to be moonlighting in emergency rooms and stuff by the time I get to third year. However, even here, like we do emergency medicine rotations, but I also feel like because I am somebody that when I get out of residency, I do want to, like, I want to work in hospital medicine. I want to do emergency medicine. Because of that, I've been exploring the whole idea of going to do an emergency medicine fellowship afterwards. It's actually 12 months. I've been looking into that. So we'll see. I've reached out to some folks that did that, like after doing a family medicine residency, to see, because we have my program is an unopposed program, so we have great exposure to hospital medicine, so the inpatient aspect of things, the outpatient, also emergency medicine as well. But like I said, if you're like, say, somebody like me that has great interest in working in emergency medicine, then it only makes sense to at least spend that 1 full solid year of intensive, clinical training in the emergency room, just so I can really be good at it, so that's why I'm really thinking about that. I also do enjoy hospital medicine as well. Clinic, so. But hospital medicine and emergency medicine, that's my jam right there. So we'll see how it goes. But as far as jobs, a lot of recruiters, a lot of hospitals, a lot of agencies have actually, been reaching out to us, just because I think for them, it's so much easier, to actually literally grab them while they're still in residency, so somebody else doesn't get a hold of them, kind of thing. So that's what they're doing right now. And of course, we're listening to them, entertaining most of the offers, just kind of listening to them, hearing what they have to say and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, by the time graduation rolls around, we basically get to decide, of course, what's it going to be. Like for me, I'm going to have to make that hard decision. But like I said, I'm really, really leaning towards emergency medicine fellowship. I hear it's super competitive, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, what in medicine is not competitive, right? So I'm going to give it my best shot, and you guys wish me luck when I go applying for the emergency medicine fellowship. I'll let you know how it goes though. So far, everything is going well, and I promise you guys, as my schedule continues to get lighter, I will make more videos, continue to document this journey, letting you guys know how it's going along the way and stuff like that. But just so you guys know though, in the next 2 weeks, I will be going back to inpatient. So that's the inpatient hospital medicine, like the ICU kind of rotation, where literally you were there 5 o'clock in the morning, you didn't get up till only God knows when. And then on the weekends, you're on 24-hour shifts and stuff like that. So it gets crazy. It gets super intense. So I'm in surgery right now, but once surgery is over, I'll be heading back to inpatient. But good thing though is the higher you go, as far as like your level in residency, then you get to do fewer and fewer of these like inpatient intensive rotations and stuff, because the idea is they really want to get you in, you know, so you hit the ground running, get yourself fully immersed into the inpatient medicine aspect of things, and just soak it all in, you know, once you get here. And then that way, the further you progress into residency, you're at that point where you're like, okay, I kind of know what's going on right now, and then we're going to fall back and chill a little bit. So I think that's how the schedule's designed. And then once we approach like second year, third year, that kind of thing, you start doing more of outpatient rotations or elective rotations, where you sort of tailor your training to something that you're interested in when you get out of residency. So that's the idea. So, and that's the reason why the first time you come into residency, like the first year, intern year, is brutal. It's crazy. You know, it's just, you hit that ground running, your schedule, you got to do a million things. You're looking at your clinic schedule, you're looking at your night call schedule, and you're looking at the rotations where you're supposed to be at. So it gets crazy, but it does get better. And I can honestly attest to that right now, being in second year of residency. It's not that the job's gotten so much easier, but at least the load is so much lighter, so to speak. So I just want to update you guys where I'm at with things and stuff like that. I'll keep you guys updated. Oh, by the way, I wanted to thank you guys. So for those that have emailed me, I got your comments and everything. Oh, there is Brad, there is Melissa, there is Amaka, and everyone else that I don't remember your names. You know, y'all reached out to me saying make more videos and stuff like that. I really appreciate you guys. And those that sent me questions, I hope I was able to answer that well for you guys. If I didn't, feel free, just go ahead, keep emailing me those questions. One thing for sure though is, even if I'm not posting videos like say I'm busy and impatient or anything like that, I guarantee you I will always respond to your questions, your comments and stuff like that. It may not be the same day, but it's like, I guarantee you, like within the space of a few days, get a response from me. So that's kind of where I'm at with things, guys. So I'm going to take off right now. I appreciate you guys. I thank you so much. Thank you so much, y'all. I see the channel continues to grow. Subscribers continues to grow, even the days when I'm not even posting these videos and stuff. So, but just so you know, I'm posting these videos mainly for you guys to give you information about this process. And if you're an IMG out there and people are telling you, oh, listen, you can't get residency, you're not good enough, you're not, listen, tell them to look me up, okay? IMG, and we got here, still elected the best resident in the first year, and we still made it this far. So y'all keep your head up, guys, and you keep studying, you stay focused, y'all. Until next time, guys, it's Dr. G. Y'all take care.